In Judaism, Shavuot, which is Pentecost in the Greek, is considered the anniversary of God giving the Torah to Israel at Mount Sinai. This event is often likened to a marriage ceremony between God and the Jewish people. That's what Pentecost is. The Torah given at Sinai is viewed as the ketubah, or marriage contract, outlining the terms of the relationship between God and Israel. Some traditions even see Mount Sinai as the chuppah, wedding canopy, under which the marriage took place, with God as the groom and Israel as the bride. This is Pentecost. The counting of the Omer, the 50 days between Passover and Shavuot, which is Pentecost, is compared to the anticipation of a bride counting the days until her wedding. That's what Pentecost is, about the marriage with Israel and God. Pentecost in 2029, 3.5 years from now. Pentecost for the year 2029, which I've told you guys is the end, is celebrated, observed on Sunday, May 20th. Pentecost is celebrated on the 7th Sunday, or 50 days after Easter Sunday. Pentecost in 2029 is on May 20th. Okay? Daniel 12:12. Blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,330 days. That's 1,335 days. Starting from September 23rd this year, the Feast of Trumpets, and going 1,335 days forward, you land spot on, direct, exact on May 20th, 2029, Pentecost in 2029. That is the end. That is when Jesus comes down to earth. The 7-year wrath is a lie. This is it. Perfect, exact, spot on numbers. And I know there's going to be some people in the comment section that are going to fight it, but I have to tell you the truth regardless. Everybody will do what they want with it. You know what this means? This means that September 23rd, another for sure confirmation. September 23rd is the end for us. There are over 17.5 million members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Mormons, worldwide. This figure represents the total number of individuals who are officially part of the church as of December 31st, 2024. So there's 17.4 million people that are not going in the rapture. According to the Jehovah's Witnesses official website, jw.org, there are 9,043,460 Jehovah's Witnesses. So there's another 9,043,460 that are not going in the rapture. There are approximately 2 billion Muslims in the world, making up about 25% of the global population. We're not on the globe. This makes Islam the second largest religion globally after Christianity. So there's 2 billion more. There are approximately 1.406 billion Catholics in the world as of the latest statistics from the Catholic News Agency. So there's almost 1.5 billion people that are also not going in the rapture. Now, of course, this might sound harsh, but it's true. And, there might be a few scattered people inside these false religions that are saved. I'm sure there's probably some scattered out there. But for the most part, that's staggering numbers. And the commonality between all these people is that they all say the name Jesus Christ. They all say they believe in God. And they all use some type of Bible. So most of us know that this is all false religion. And what is going to be left after the rapture is a bunch of false religions. And that is going to probably just take in so many people after the rapture. False religion, because after the rapture, people will be seeking probably. And what will be left? False religion. The wrong thing to believe in. Bunch of false religion. And on top of this, how many false Christians are there today? Fake Christians. Probably millions. I'm telling you guys, the rapture is not like we think it's going to be as far as the numbers. Jesus said that many are called, few are chosen. What did Jesus do all the time? He talked about how the path is narrow and there are few that make it in. Look at these numbers. That's exactly what they say. That's exactly what the numbers say. There are few that make it in. And of course, the atheists, which are non-believers, and the agnostics, which say they don't know, will also be left behind. And the amount of them are in the millions. So the world is going to be filled with unbelievers and people who don't know and false religion after the rapture. And then to go along with that combination, you have the governments of the world throwing the great alien deception on everybody, right? With Project Bluebeam and artificial intelligence and 5G towers everywhere to send thoughts into people's heads and make them feel certain ways. Well, you have a bunch of unbelievers, atheists, people who don't know, agnostics, and people in false religions who were never saved. And all of a sudden, the alien overlords show up with a new way. I mean, looks like a perfect setup to me.